Okay, 1, 2, 3, wall 5. Yep, that's good. So we can see that. Have an introduction on something. Would this be part of your overview? Would it be part of something else? So we are going to generally find the reasons to the lines, and as to why we may try to answer some of these as the test questions. We may test ourselves after watching something. We can give a review about it. So we are going to map out. We'll learn to map out our time. But before we do, the blocks and the little micro blocks that go into the blocks itself. That's an interesting idea, like how if you have these little blocks, would it be that they have a chain or they combine and they go into this block here, the bigger block, and this bigger block is on a 10-minute, and then this is all 1 minute, and then 10 of these little ones, for example, might go into this square. So it's all maths, and you're making a math introduction. So we have a topic. It might be on personal knowledge, management. We could look at company reports, looking at company reports. But why? What's this related to? And finding the why. It's related. Why do you want to look for the company reports? Because you wanted to get into financial education. Why is it? So we have the arrow. We have a bit of a map. We have a bit of a direction where we're going here. And then where's our hog? And the hog is heading on to all these random directions. It's going way too fast. It's going way too quick. Just like playing Step Mania and all the animation. Like the animation would come and it will be there, and it's like you're making all these moves, and it's like a game, and it's like all that pattern sequence. So you make something association. So you're using an association, and it's making that rememberable. So even though some things are off topic, but we need to kind of use these as relations to make it think of it as something else. Otherwise, this is not going to be fun. This is going to feel like a task, and you're stressed because you're not making it fun. You're choosing not to. But who has the time? Not everyone has the time, do they? So, yeah. I'll just tell you want to represent that information too. So, going out to those environments, and that will be the only way, is to go out to those environments and focus on a line first. Don't jump. Focus on how you draw a circle. You don't just copy and paste. You have to use your hands. You have to get your hands to understand. Put your hands on a piece of paper. Get familiar with the length. Get familiar with the angle. Position it, and then start moving the hands in a certain way. And then get a pencil, and you do that action with the pencil, because your hands provide their sensory information. That's not a pencil. So learning to draw into a map, like using our imagination a little bit more. So it's more time on that. Okay, so it's like video 1, video 10, underlining it, editing it, making it look in a particularly certain way. That's kind of cool. So yep, using my phone can be open for conversations, but I'm actually more focused on don't know how they made the structure, I guess, or it's like the picture, the smaller picture, the bigger picture. I've seen the bigger picture, and make it your own, and see the format and do the research on the format or something like that. 60, 25 to 30. So you can break it down. So, bronze, silver, gold, and work hard maintaining 12%. You will stay strong on something. You stay stick to something. So you can go through that. We can actually draw it out because we've seen it. You see how did you come up with being so creative with those lines? Did you freehand draw it? So do a test here. And we're going to say that from 25 to 30, and in this gap here we can put 26. For example, if you're 26 and you've had, done, or achieved, done this, is what? It's like, are you prepared to say it? Is this like your command for saying it, or is this a description, or like how much detail do you want to add, or is it some sort of sign to a thing? And we're going to stick to that one thing, stick more to that one thing instead of jumping, because it's inefficient to jump, but to know that there are habits and to learn to control. Learn to put these things within your control and learn how to control yourself. So it's 30, and next bit we get up to the 40. So we want to look at how much time we might essentially have left in terms of the time that we have on this earth, or the time that we have until we reach a certain age. So put all these things into calculations, and so that's why I'm thinking, because you got to be a hard thinker, and if you're not, you're not aware of your actions. You're gonna waste a lot of time, and a lot of you are wasting time mucking around, texting your friend. Yeah, it's great to text your friend. I'm not saying there's any problem with that. I'm just saying you're not aware. You're not making notes. You're not making any action or plan you are making plans with your friends, but you're putting all that focus to that, and you're trading all your energy. Like, you need to have one other side note to it, and you're like, yeah, well one other note for that, and which is fine, because it's going to be that this side note and your phone, once you write, you have a note, a little note. Yeah, it's no big deal. Yeah, look, once you say that it's no big deal, once people argue, the idea is that people argue over the sense. It's like, oh, well, why does it matter? Because you want to keep that model up. You're keeping that model up so that people respect that model of you, and that you will fight for it no matter how much the amount is. And that's how it works. So we're still kind of, okay, but 31, okay, and then you can put, okay, today's date will be 2022. Looks like a 12, so 22. Yeah, we are our previous young self, and we will never get a chance. It's a time to review or preview. So preview. So it takes time to preview the content, right? It's like, okay, there's a little bit all over the place, but it's kind of finding the pinpoint of, okay, we have Homer Simpson, or we can draw. Once we want to draw someone, and then connect that drawing to some kind of text form from that to that, I guess. So I've been a lot active on the talking, and so active on the talking's been great. So mouth exercises, mouth stretches, and how long that takes as well. So learning to take the notes, learning to be more of an accelerated active learner, learning to make your plans through to your weekend, learning to say, oh, don't do a trade and go do this, and you're pretty much at an age 30 or within your age there, and people say, oh, what are you going to do now? And it's like, why are you here? You're here to this event. We're talking about your career, and you're saying the things that you want to do, but you're here because you want to try the products, and you want to be getting in the diamond and bronze, or achieving a higher, and have a better, higher knowledge base of the products, get familiar with talking to people, provide something of value. You might get into real estate, you might get into that's what I'm saying. You can put time to the job, but then what's that paying you? So finding something, fixing the problem, the bigger picture, the smaller details, the bigger picture. So I could put the bigger picture. Why not just bigger picture, but the bigger picture, picture. So make it fun, make it engaging. The bigger picture, the smaller details. Overall, the bigger picture, the overall, thing. So smaller details. Doing puzzles, doing puzzles are great for your mind to keep it sharp, and do brain scale, and do the brain and exercise memory techniques, and build that into a habit. Okay, so we can add like, okay, that your presentation skills are at this level. We can use Microsoft presentation. You can get a camera and film yourself holding the laptop and pointing and explaining it to the camera. Hey, today's presentations, we're going to go through this. Today we're going to talk about that. So once we find that structure, we keep in with that structure.